Hello, hello. Are we live? Here. Let's see. Wait, I gotta home with Rafael Silva. There we go. How do I pin this? Oh, pin comment. Yeah, there we go. Woo! Okay. Hello. Hello, 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 hello. I'll wait for peeps to join us. This is my first live, so please go easy on me. If I mess up, just look past that. I think today it's gonna be fun. I'm gonna do some cooking for you guys. I'm just wondering, can you guys hear me okay? Can you guys hear me okay? Thumbs up, or I don't know, I guess say something. Hi, hello. Can you guys hear me okay? Or no? Yeah, it's okay. It's okay, cool. Thank you. Thank you. Just let more people join and then we'll get started. But like I was saying before, just my first live, so if I mess, whatever, who cares? We're here to have fun. Here to enjoy each other's company, and be loving and be positive, all the good things in life. All right, so I'm gonna give a stop to this music and put you guys right here, just real quick, and introduce myself, I guess. For people who don't know me, my name is Rafael Silva. I'm taking part of the #AdHomeWith campaign. I'm from 911 Lone Star on Fox. We used to go on air on Mondays at 7 or 8. I don't remember now. Sounds like 7. But I'd like to thank you guys for coming here and joining me. This is Fox's At Home With campaign to encourage people to stay at home, have people from their shows showcase a little part of themselves where otherwise you wouldn't see at home, show their little quirky selves, the things that they like to do. I personally like to cook, so we're gonna be cooking a little something today. I'm a little nervous, but that's okay because we're here to be positive. We're here to have each other's backs, right? So, but before I get started with that, I think it's highly valuable for oneself to always, count one's blessing and make sure you're really aware of everything that's happening around you. And gratitude is an attitude. So right now, before I start this live, I would like to say thank you to a lot of people that I don't know, to a lot of people that I might not ever meet. And especially being on a show, 911 Lone Star, that deals with people that are highly active in their job. I mean, they're always highly active, but especially now due to this virus. I would like to take the time to thank the first responders. First of all, I'd like to thank nurses, doctors, and the hospitals. Right now, I cannot even imagine what you guys are going through. I cannot even imagine what you guys have to put aside. And that I mean your own self. You got to put aside your own family because you are being exposed to this virus and people that might be infected, people that might not be infected. So I'd like to take this time to thank you for putting your life on the line every day for people who do take care of themselves and for those who are not taking this so seriously and for people who you don't know, like myself. So I'd like to thank you guys. I'd also like to thank I'm going to coin them the cleaning crew of the hospitals because we are justifyingly thanking nurses and doctors, but who cleans those hospitals? Who clean the beds? Who cleans them? because when you walk into a hospital, you know, you walk into a clean hospital, you walk into a just hospital, and you know, the workers that clean those beds, that make sure to also put themselves on the line, and consequently putting those they love on the line for saving us and for keeping us safe. Yeah, thank you to you guys as well, the cleaning crews. I'd also like to thank the grocery store workers right now. You guys, who knew your position right now would be so dangerous to be in, right? There are a lot of people who are taking precautions when they go in to the grocery store, wearing masks, make sure to wear gloves, or however you protect yourself, right? But you guys, I read that there have been about several dozen cases of grocery store workers who have died due to the exposure of customers coming in and not being really well protected. So I think grocery store workers. I would also like to thank truck drivers. Whatever kind of a truck driver you are, if you're working right now, thank you. I have to thank you. Bringing merchandise, bringing goods, bringing food, restocking supermarkets, restocking hospitals, thank you for dedicating your life and working right now. I'd also like to thank the police department, any cities, the country's police department. My role is of a police officer on 911 Lone Star. And it's extremely humbling seeing a lot of cop cars out right now when you're driving around. I'm in LA, and I just noticed so many cop cars, right? Because there are a lot of people who do have good intentions, and they stay home and they follow the rules and orders just to think as a community. But there are those who don't have that well of a good intention, right? And those who have bad intentions, and they utilize the quarantine time, the fact that there aren't a lot of people on the road to perhaps do malicious things. And I'd like to thank the police force for everything they have done, do, and will do throughout this time. The fire department, everyone in the force, first responders, EMS, for you guys literally, quite literally walking into the fire, and metaphorically walking into the fire right now. I'm extremely humbled, and I thank you so much for all your work and selflessness. I'd also like to thank all the delivery men and women, USPS, FedEx, UPS, Amazon. You guys are also being exposed constantly to the virus just by being outside, just by handling boxes, just whatever you get in contact with, you're being exposed. And thank you so much for bringing our groceries, our necessities to us. It is such a privilege for us to have you bring those things for us. So thank you. And I would also like to thank garbage men and women sanitation workers. Today I was driving just to go at the store to buy some things, and I saw this garbage truck with a truck behind it. These people walked out of the truck, and I was stopped at the traffic light, and they were head to toe covered, and there was this homeless person's tent on the street. And they were so ever kindly, these workers, they were so ever kindly just knocking on the tent, saying, "Hey, is anybody home? Is anybody home? We would just like to take your trash for you." And when I saw that, I kind of almost started like tearing up, because you don't naturally see that, especially with homeless people. The city taking care of its homeless in such a small way. I mean, I feel like in all aspects, anywhere in the world, we have so much to improve on to take care of our homeless or people in necessity. But it was just such a kind gesture that I was like, wow, I feel truly humbled and quite privileged to be in the position that I am in. So I'd like to thank you guys as well. And lastly, before we get started, I'd like to thank everyone who took the time to donate money or donate the time to the cause, to the coronavirus. Any amount is a great amount. It doesn't matter whether it's 5 cents, $5, $5,000, 5 million, it doesn't matter. It's the selflessness that you find within yourself that I think matters the most. The fact that you take the time out of your day to do a little bit of mundane work, perhaps to put some information in on a website, to then put your credit card information in, to then give money, which is so scarce for a lot of us right now, to give your money to contribute for people who don't have any, who perhaps have less than you, right? And those who are sick. So thank you. Thank everyone who has donated. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you're not aware of, Fox also works with a couple of charities, and you can donate now if you haven't done so. You can go to fox.tv/1STRCF to donate to the First Responders Children's Foundation. And Fox is also working with Feeding America. So these are two charities that Fox is working with. Your donation would be greatly appreciated. Anything. No amount is too small. No amount is too small. And for Feeding America, the website is fox.tv/feeding, FEEDING, America, AMERICA. Okay? All right. Awesome. Well, and thank you guys so much for joining me today. This is gonna be fun. If you guys don't mind, before oh yeah, I gotta explain what I'm making today. So today I'm gonna be making a Brazilian dish. Surprise, a Brazilian dish, which I think you guys are gonna like. In the previous post, I made pão de queijo, and a lot of people were sending me okay. All right, cool. I got a couple. Okay, here we go. How about this? Vertical. Got it. So, my last post, people were asking me to perhaps make something that, that was more generic in a way, where the ingredients weren't too much of an origin to Brazil, because certain ingredients don't exist in certain parts of the world, even America. So today I'm going to be making something that's called Salpicoa. And I just heard all of Brazil go, ah! Are you serious? Yes, I'm serious. I'm going to be making salpicão. Salpicão. Of all the foods that I could make, salpicão, yes. I love salpicão. Salpicão is a chicken dish. It's a very easy chicken dish with some vegetables. You can serve it hot or cold. I prefer cold. I grew up eating it in this little restaurant in Brazil. And it was called self-service. It's self-service. That's what it's called. But we say it in Portuguese. It's because it's such an easy dish. I eat it a lot, but it also reminds me of my childhood when I ate it. And my mom taught me, so that holds a little special place in my heart because my mom taught me. And I'm going to teach to you guys. Okay. And as you guys know, I love to listen to music when I'm working, when I'm just doing something. So if you guys don't mind, I'm going to play a little bit of music. And you guys, please tell me if you guys cannot hear me through the music. I'm going to play it right now. See if the volume is good. Yeah. Can you guys hear me okay? Yes? Yeah, perfect? All right. Yeah? Okay. All right. I don't hear anybody say anything otherwise. So, by the way, once the cooking gets started, we'll chat for a bit. I have some questions that the previous live that I did with Ronan didn't work out. We just didn't get the chance to read them. So today I'm going to take those questions and answer for you guys. Questions about the show, questions, I guess, about myself. Yeah. So without further ado, let's get started. So salpicão. Salpicão is a chicken dish. And what you need first, obviously, is the chicken. Chicken. And you guys see it? I cut it really, really small slices, because what you're gonna have to do in this dish is that you're literally gonna have to shred the chicken. You're gonna have to cook it to a point where the chicken can shred itself. You know, it's so easy to pull it apart. Secondly, and this is like 5 breasts of chicken. Okay, yeah, that's what we're at right now. And secondly, you will need a full diced onion, purple onion, because I think the taste is more pungent, stronger, gives a better taste. I love garlic, so you also need garlic for this. Okay, I put I put 9 cloves of garlic. If it's too much for you, put 6 or put 5, but I love garlic, and also garlic is very good for your blood, your immune system, especially now. Have a lot of garlic. And lime. There's no lime here, but you know, you got the point. You will need raisins for this dish. You will need raisins. And you will also need Ruffles, potato chips. In Brazil, we use something called it's called batata palha. Batata palha is kind of like potato chips, but they're very specific for certain dishes, such as like beef or chicken stroganoff, to give a little crunchy, little crunchiness. But since we're really making a worldly kind of recipe, that's what we're going to use today. What else? We're going to use some diced scallions, okay? We're definitely going to need olive oil. You're going to need rosemary, basil. You're also going to need salt. And you're also going to need a little bit of black peppercorn, just to get a little bit of good luck with peppercorn. And you're also going to need corn, green peas, and carrots right here. And this, I have already cooked them just to expedite the process. And I put them all together, okay? And when time comes, I'll explain how I seasoned it, okay? Now, this dish should be pretty quickly. It should probably take, honestly, from beginning to finish, 30 minutes, 35 minutes, 40 minutes if you're feeling fancy. Yeah. Why don't we get started? Just so I can make sense of it all, okay? Thank you. I see some comments for those who are vegetarian and vegan. Thank you so much for sticking through the live and watching this. I am not yet. I have not adopted that type of whatchamacallit? Oh my god. Nutrition. I forget. I'm forgetting the words because Portuguese and English are like mixing right now. That diet. I have not adopted that diet yet, but I'm also pretty open to it. Okay, we get started. How do we do this? Turn on the fire for, I don't know, like medium or medium high, and you put this amount of olive oil. You put a lot because it's a lot that we're making. And what do you want to do first? You want to put in the onions, all of the onions, okay? All of the onions. And you also want to put the garlic together. Because what you want to do first, you want to sweat them out, okay? Just so they can release their juice and so they can just really infuse with the chicken, okay? Think about is you. The tears on the flood of my gates. Oh, by the way, I may accidentally sing for you guys. And just so you know, I am not trained. I'm not a trained singer. So go easy on me with the comments, because I sing for fun. Sing in the shower, except we're out of the shower today and we're cooking for you all. So this is where we're at. So you may every now and then get a little serenading. Yeah, okay. So right now I'm just letting this heat up a little bit, okay? Are we okay yet? No, you guys are asking me to sing more. Nah, no, it gotta happen naturally. Oh God. Oh jeez. Okay, so now we're getting into sweating. Not me, but the food. Okay. Let's see. You see it? I'm just letting this sweat a little bit. Okay. And in a little bit, we're going to add the chicken. Okay? Okay. All right. Yeah, I think this is enough. Here. This is how it should be. It's super quick. Okay? Ow. It's super quick. Yeah, it doesn't take so long to shut them out. Okay, so now we're gonna add all of the chicken. All of the chicken. There you go. See? All of the chicken. Okie dokie. Now we're just gonna mix this bad boy up. You know, some people before asked me, how did you learn to cook? How did you gain the interest? How did you, why do you cook so much? I mean, I cook so much in order to survive so I can eat. But I also learned it with my mom. When I was younger in high school, my parents worked a lot. They still do. And my brother and I, we used to spend a lot of time alone at home. And so we, when the week got busy, and lives, just started to get cramped up. My mom, we would not have much cooked food in the house. So my mom taught us, my brother and I, to cook. And, just so we can gain some independence, which I think that type of independence where you have to, get out of bed, come, chop up things, cook for yourself, it naturally brings out certain types of qualities within yourself, where you just become more independent in the kitchen, but also everywhere else, you just get up and do things. And I feel like I've adopted a lot of that from her, the independence. She's a go-getter. She just goes for it, doesn't ask permission. She just darts out. You don't even see her going. She's a big part of my life, and I'm very glad. She teaches me things. I'm a big mama's boy. Proudly. All right, so what's gonna happen now, okay? So you see the chicken right now, it's cooking. What we're gonna let it do is, we're gonna let it cook here now. And honestly, it just needs some heat, some trapped heat. So what I'm gonna do is put the lid right here. Just put the lid like that. Just so the heat can get trapped. And so the chicken can release its natural juice. It will cook in its natural juice. And then once the entire liquid evaporates, I'm gonna add a little bit of more water because we want the chicken to be very, 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 very tender. Okay? So, yeah, and it's already, I don't know if you guys can see it, but the liquid is already starting to form. And this will take about 15 minutes, not so much. We still got a lot of time. And, depending on what happens, if I go over the time a little bit, I can always reopen the live, or I can just post the results. We'll just have fun here with each other. Now I'm gonna talk to specifically, or not specific to, but the fans of 911 Lone Star. I promised you guys that I had some questions. Let me unlock this. Some questions that you guys wrote that did not get answered, right? And now I'm going to answer them for you. for people that are joining right now, this is Rafael Silva from 911 Lone Star. I'm cooking for you guys today. Y'all can come over. I'll set up a huge table. Okay, and I just choked on my own spit over here. It's nasty. Yeah. Oh, look at that! Look at that! See that? That's liquid. We want liquid. Okie dokie. Well, we need to hang out here, or else this is gonna get cray. Okay. Because I need to pay attention to what I'm doing. Okay. So, for those of you who don't know, me and Ronan, we usually have lives, independent lives. Well, it's my first one, but lives where we answer questions from the fans. And I was looking over them, and I thought they were very interesting. And I thought I would give a try and just answer them from my point of view. Okay? So, I don't have the handle for people that ask these questions, but I think the questions are legitimate enough and nice enough, and interesting enough that I think would benefit us all in this moment. Yeah. So, first question. First question is, what is a quote you live by? I personally live by a quote where I saw, and this is from Viola Davis, the phenomenal Viola Davis. I love her as an actress. I think she is phenomenal. She was answering a question for a fan where, for a fan where he asked, what advice do you have for an artist that's just starting out? What advice do you have? And I thought that her answer was it was like, ooh, that's it. I'm going to adopt that advice. And her answer was, don't ever follow my footsteps. They're not the same as yours. So don't compare me to you or you to me. We all have our own path. And when I read that, I was in a moment in my life where I was searching everywhere for validation and for approval to know that what I was doing was correct and what I was doing was legitimate enough. And when she said that kind of cut the umbilical cord to that insecurity. And it doesn't matter where you are at what point. It just matters in this, artistic journey. Why do you do it? What are you seeking? Are you seeking passion? Are you seeking, what are you seeking? Are you seeking fame? It all depends on the path you're walking on, and you really need to evaluate what you're going after, And I think that quote kind of it humbled me a lot, because then I had to learn what I was going for. What exactly did I want? And I think once I figured that out, I wouldn't say it became easier, but everything became just clear in my intention, and I could go harder and harder with my intention, with what I want, right? So that's the quote that I live by. Okay, this is a loaded question. We're going straight into it. What is something you learn about yourself while filming? That's a great. Oh, look at that, guys. That's the water that we want. You see? Like that, a lot of water, because I want the chicken to cook in the water. Sorry. Okay. So what is something that I learned? I think I'm just gonna spitball here. I learned many things. As cliche as it sounds, and honestly, there are no wrong answers, so I don't know why I'm being hesitant. to answer these questions. I think one thing that really stuck with me, and it's something you might have heard before other people say, but I understood it for myself in a completely different level, was that everything that I'm made of, everything, my heart, my mind, my intentions, pure intentions, is enough for what I'm doing, is enough to go further into what I want to do, to take chances, to take risks, and that's another thing that I learned too, to take risks, not play safe, because you are enough, because everything that you do is already powerful because you are powerful. And I think once you recognize your own power, you will see that it's not far. I think the direction where we try to go is outward. Where can I find and how can I be good enough? The direction is not out. The direction is right here. Here. Body, soul, everything. So I think that's a little something I kind of climbed a little mountain to go through. But it's worth it, and it's not something I personally, this is my own experience, it's something that I'm finding out every day. It's something that I'm doing every day. It's something that sometimes I go up, sometimes I go down, sometimes I have moments of clarity where where I'm doing great. Sometimes I cloud it as hell, and I just need a time off. And that's when I need to recalibrate and really strive to really try, because it does take work. It does take work. It took work for me. And it does take work, because it's a constant practice. Okay, that's that question. No, not that question, because I think the right answer. So here's another question. So we know Ronan loves hairstyles, yes he does. Does Rafael have an artist he's passionate about, like Ronan? I don't have one passionate. I'm not passionate about one particular artist, to be quite honest. I love all types of music. I think people sing about their own experience, and I learn about the singers and their culture and their intentions through what they sing, because it's clear what they sing and what they live through. So, and I like learning about people, cultures, and all of those things. If it makes my heart sing, and if the song makes my heart sing, then I like it. Doesn't matter what language you're speaking, doesn't matter what where you're from. I have this song in Brazil. There was this novela that was called, and my Brazilian fans they'll recognize it. It's called O Clone. O Clone, the clone. It translates, and there was this one song that marked my childhood, because this telenovela was supposedly taking place in Saudi Arabia, and but it actually took place in Brazil, but it was imitation. But and it was about a guy that was separated from his twin at an early age, and I forget the story, but going back to music, this telenovela had, and this is when I was like, I don't know, 6, 7, and this telenovela marked my childhood because this song was in Arabic, and it was everywhere, right? And I had no idea what the guy was saying, but the melody was so catchy, it was so beautiful that I would walk into the grocery store, where back then they also sold like CDs. It was kind of like a Sam's Club in America, or like a Costco, or And I used to walk in, try to find the CD player, and I used to just try to try to find a CD player where he said, you know, the telenovela's name and if it had that song. And you remember back then where they put the CDs inside the machine, and you could just pick up the headphones and listen. You go through each song to see if it was the song that you liked. So I understood nothing that guy was saying in the song. I think it was Arabic, but the song was catchy, and that's something that marked my childhood. So really, long answer to one question. No, I don't have a favorite singer, anybody. I think I learn as I go along. Okay. This chicken's coming along, though. See this? This is what we want. Water, 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 water in the chicken. Kind of sweating here. All right. Oh, by the way, people that are asking about the music, this is the playlist that I created. If you guys are interested, I posted about it a couple weeks ago. You can go to my Instagram page, and there I have the link, so you can go to my the playlist, whatever, on Spotify. Hope you like it. That's what I like. Okay. Oh, this is nice. Tell us about the day you got the call you were cast in 911 Lone Star. So let me tell you something. So the entire audition process was I felt very detached from it. Right. It was my first testing for a TV show. My first legitimate whoa, I'm about to walk into this very legitimate place, to the Fox lot. Oh my God, that was a mine. But I'm very glad that I was very detached from everything. My mentality was, so from New York, right? Flew to New York. And my mentality was, okay, I'm being called for this audition. They're clearly interested. I was one of two people. I was one of three people. But when I got there, it was only me and this other guy up for the role. And when I got to LA, I went to my hotel room, practiced the sides for 6 hours, went to sleep, woke up. I had to run on the treadmill in the hotel because I was just super energetic. And then I went back, revised the sides, and I just remained very detached from everything. Not really impressed, not really allowing myself to be amazed by being in LA or in the Fox lot. I was just like, it's great to be here. I'm already winning. They like me. What else do I have to try? Well, just stay focused. So I stayed focused throughout the entire thing. I walked into the audition, and I did the first scene, which was just by myself. I did so I had 4 scenes. 2 scenes by myself, 2 scenes with Ronan. The 2 first scenes were by myself, and there were execs there, casting director, Eric. Hi, Eric. He's a lovely human being. It was his birthday yesterday. Happy birthday. And so I walked in, I did my thing. Ronan walks in, we do our scenes, goes great. And I am shitting my pants because, and I think I've mentioned this story before, I'm shitting my pants because the audition didn't feel like an audition. It just felt like a conversation with the person next to me, and I had never experienced that before. So I was like, oh, Jesus fucking Christ, I just completely blew this thing, completely. So I grabbed my bags because I was ready to go back to a friend's place here. He allowed me to stay for till the end of the week. So I had 2 carry-ons just going, and I sprinted to the bathroom. And I went to the bathroom, closed the door to the stall, and just sat down in the corner and started crying. Because at that moment, I allowed myself to really want the job and really want the experience. And so I was just like, all right, I'm done crying. Gave myself 10 minutes, walked out onto the Fox lot. I saw all the sets, all those like huge freaking warehouses where all the sets are, and I was just like, oh Jesus. Well, it was nice while it lasted. Whatever. Let's on to the next one. Day after, I'm in the movie theater. I'm like, I'm just gonna go, you know, some movie by myself, enjoy while I'm in LA. And I'm sitting by myself in the theater. There are 4 people behind me, all the way in the back, and it's just us 5. Just us 5. My agent calls me along with my manager, and what happens is my agent says, so, whatever you did there in the room, it worked. And I was like, what do you mean it worked? He was like, you got the job. And I stopped and I was like, what? He's like, Rafael, you got the job. And I was like, okay, all right. And then I started bawling my eyes out. Yeah. So that was my experience getting the call. Going back to the chicken here. Do you guys see? I'm going to show you that the water kind of already went away, evaporated. And you see how the chicken is already getting a little bit softer. What I'm going to do now is that I'm going to add some more water in order for the chicken to be tender. All right. There you go. Just 1 cup. 1 cup of water. Here. See this? There's more chicken. Oh, this is interesting. I forgot to season the chicken. This is nice. I forgot to season the chicken. Well, we're gonna do it now. Give me 1 second. We need to take care of this thing. Ah! All right. So, like I said, basil. Okay. And honestly, you just put as much as you feel like it. There's no set limit. Black peppercorn. Oh, sorry. This was rosemary. Rosemary. While I do this, when I put black peppercorn for good luck, I want to say hi to Brazil. E aí, pessoal? Tudo bem? Vou dar beijo para todo mundo que está assistindo hoje. Agradeço o apoio, agradeço o carinho, agradeço tudo, sinceramente. Espero que eu esteja fazendo aqui. Tô indo bem aqui porque o negócio eu nem sei, já perdi conta do negócio. And then you add salt to your taste, to whatever you like, however much you'd like. Portuguese and English get lost sometimes. So now we season the chicken with some rosemary, some black peppercorn, basil, and salt. Okay. It's getting hot in here. All right. Yeah, I know. I forgot to season the chicken. Good job. Good job. Okay, so I know you guys have sent a couple questions for me. People are asking me to look into the question box. I'm gonna dare myself to look into the question box. Okay. Okay, one question from Pete89 Spence. Can I sing in the shower? I think you guys saw that before. It's a hot commodity when I'm on pitch or when I get a note right, or yeah, you get it. All right. Next question. This is from Bookie.Wookie. Do I like donuts? I love donuts. All right. Oh, this is a nice question. This is from Ronan.Rubenstein. What character would you like to see Carlos get closer to next season? All the love. Thank you for the question. I would like Carlos. Well, first of all, I think next season we're really gonna see Carlos. I think we're really gonna see more of Carlos. I think, you know, when next season comes, we're just gonna learn a lot about him, which will explain a lot of his motivations and his needs, just as a person, as a professional, as a cop, as just as a person. Yeah, and I think the person that I would like to see Carlos get closer with would be, honestly, I think Marjan and Carlos. I think Marjan has like that kind of like really like toughness to it that I think Carlos also has, but I think they have a lot to learn from each other. I think Marjan has a certain type of you know, presence that I think Carlos would find very captivating to learn. I think Carlos also has a presence, and I think they both are really good at their jobs. And I wonder what that friendship would be like. I just saw a comment from SB Brazil. SB, oi, beijo, 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 beijo. The question was, what is my biggest Brazilian inspiration? I think it comes from. It depends. I left Brazil a little bit young, so I was only limited to the things. I was limited to watching only the things of my age restriction. But I don't know if you guys know Wagner Moura, the actor. I love that guy. He's a great actor. Every time I watch him, I'm just like, whoop, mental note. Like you just watch things differently as an actor because you see what the person does in that moment on set and the choices that they make, and it's really beautiful. And I think he's a wonderful person. He's a wonderful actor. It's a learning lesson to really watch him. He's in the first season of Narcos. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, Narcos. He's the big man in Narcos. So yeah, more questions. Oh Jesus, wow, a lot of questions now. Oh, thank you. So this is question from one artsy pineapple, and the question is, how are you holding up with quarantine? Want to make sure you're doing okay. Thank you. I appreciate that question. I'm okay. For a little while, I was kind of in the place where I thought I was going to be okay with quarantining and be okay and be in the positive mindset. But just a couple of days ago, I lost it a little bit. I got really angry at myself because I think what this quarantine did was take away all of the things that I did that I did for myself to find some sort of happiness. And when I can't do that, I'm once again forced to face myself. And so I got really angry at myself. I got really angry at the choices that I looked past, and I was like, this doesn't make sense. I don't want to deal with this. So whenever I seclude myself a little bit whenever I'm feeling that way, because I think that's not a really nice energy to spread out, just to be around people or on social media or make any comments. Or that's why sometimes I go away, because I'm just taking care of myself, The chicken is coming out nice. I'm really trying here. This thing is like... Okay. Just 1 second. You see the chicken here? I hope the steam doesn't get into the camera. You see the chicken? Liquid is almost going. Chicken is breaking apart so easily. See? We want this thing dry, okay? We want this thing dry. So I'm gonna turn on high, okay? And I'm just gonna go around. All right. Here. Let me take another question here. Okay. Oh my God, so many questions. Okay, here. Another question. Did you always want to act? This is from Souvenirs Wifty. Souvenirs Wifty. No, I didn't always know. I didn't grow up acting. I didn't grow up in the arts in that sense. I started acting because I had a huge fear of speaking in public. I had an experience in junior year of my high school where I was so terrified of speaking in public that I had an emotional lock where I just needed to excuse myself from class. I went into the bathroom and I decided, okay, this is something that's happening in my life right now, and I feel completely inhibited to just live my life as I want. So what am I going to do? Am I going to live like this for the rest of my life, or I'm going to face it? Because if you need to face it, you're going to have to go right into it. So I decided if I'm going to go right into it, I decided that day after leaving the bathroom, getting myself together, I went to the drama club hallway and I signed up to audition for a play because I figured if I'm actually going to face this, I better be in the eye of the hurricane. And you know what? It was a great experience. It was scary as shit. I had no idea what I was doing for 2 years. Up until I started auditioning for colleges, I still had no idea what I was doing. But thankfully, I got accepted into college, started doing it. And it's something that I still practice every day, just maintaining a calm, a presence, believing that I am enough, because I am. And every one of you are enough to do whatever you guys want. Okay, so I'm gonna get cracking on this dish. Okay, I'm sorry that I didn't get to all of the questions. Just give me 1 second because we got 8 minutes and I really want to show some of this for you guys, okay? All right, it's that way. So now the chicken's here. It's all dried up, you see? But do you see how the chicken is really, the salt, it's like really breaking apart really easily? I'm using this a whisk to break it apart, okay? All right, cool. Just give me 1 second. How are you guys holding up to all this quarantine, man? Are you guys practicing some healthy bits, some healthy things? Why don't you guys write in the comment what you guys are doing, just to make a conversation so we can all learn from each other what we're doing to help ourselves. And I want to read some too. What are you guys doing? What are you guys doing to make yourselves, to get through the... Oh yeah, me in bathrooms, right? I know, I always go to the bathroom. All right, we're just gonna get cooking here. All right. The chicken really smells amazing. Smells really good. Where's everyone from? I want to know where everyone's from. Either put your flag or write it. I want to know where you guys are from. Yeah, I know we got 6 minutes. I'm trying to rush it. Where's everyone from? Yes? No? Maybe so? All right. I'm sure I can always turn this thing back on for a second round of live. I don't mind. I don't mind showing this entire thing to you guys. Hopefully I can, right? Just log back in. Doesn't matter. Right? Right? I think so. Just so I can show you guys everything, every single step. You know, because then uploading the videos to afterwards, it gets funky, you know. I guess out of order too. Have you guys tuned into? Okay, we got Philippines, we got Chicago, we got Italy, we got Greece. Hey, Greece, Atlanta. Hey, Atlanta. Portugal, Georgia, baby. Okay. I'm from Minas Gerais. Nice. Philly. Okay. Hong Kong. Brazil, baby. America. Okay. UK. Hey, UK. Hey, Brasil. Beijo, México. Me encanta México. Me encanta la cultura mexicana. Hey. Yes? No? Okay. Okay, so I'm going to show you what type of consistency we kind of want to have. Do you see this? It's kind of all breaking apart. See this? That's what we want. We really want this thing to... I'm going to turn off the fire, the stove. Okay. So, what we're going to do now, this is the type of consistency that you want. I don't know if you guys can see this. Oh, God. This, right here. This right here. See? All broken up. Even though it's a cold dish, you need to cook it first. All right. So now this is the next step that I was talking to you guys about. This is the corn, the green peas, and carrots. I bought it frozen. Because I wanted to expedite the process. And I know we're about to go off, so if I cut off, I'm gonna log back in, okay? I promise you guys, I'm gonna log back in. And the way that I cook this, I put the frozen thing in the pan. It all came together, but you can buy it separately. And I put it in a pot with olive oil. I seasoned it with salt. I'm gonna save the life, okay? I'm gonna save the life. Seasoning with salt, garlic powder, onion powder, some basil. That's it. And then I just let it cook, ferment a little bit. I don't know if it ferments, but yeah. So it is done now. So with the chicken, wait, let me try the chicken. Okay. Yeah, it's good. Yeah. Okay. Salvage that real quick. Y'all know this song. I'm gonna save it, you guys. Don't worry. I'm gonna save the live. I know. So right now, I'm gonna add this to this. Okay. I'm gonna mix it. It's gonna end in 1 minute, and I'm gonna save it. Okay. Does she know? I know. Tell me why you love. We're back. I think we're good. I don't see you guys disappearing. I'm not disappearing. right? Okay, well, keep going. All right. Let me lower this because I want to stop yelling. All right. Okay, so I added the peas, the corn, the carrots to the cooked chicken. It's all split up. Y'all see this? Y'all see this? Okay. Now I'm going to add raisins. Why do I add raisins? Because in the salty dish, what's famous for it, or what I think it's famous for it, and just a reminder, this is not how Salpicoa is consistently made. Other people have different dishes, different types of making it, and that's okay. This is my way. This is the way that I like it, but it's not uniform, okay? Now I'm gonna add some, whatchamacallit, some raisins to this bad boy here, okay? Yeah. That's it. There we go. You can add like a cup. Right. Yeah, you know I love you, but I don't feel you. I think we're still here. Yeah. I don't know what's going on. I don't know when this thing's gonna expire. We're still here. Yeah, I know. Wow. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. You know, Lone Star has been, I hope I don't get cut off right now. Lone Star has been an amazing experience, and it wouldn't be, the experience wouldn't be the same without the fans that tune in and watch. I've said this before, and I go back to saying it again. With all the streaming services that we have today and all the shows that are out, it's very easy just to kind of like shut off and not really care about what shows are out there, because there's so many, and you know, the ones that you end up watching, or maybe this is just me, that just made that face, I don't know why, you end up watching is, you know, because other people tell you about it. But then we also have people that like to investigate and love to watch these shows and love to search and find new talent and just find fun shows. And I really have to thank the 911 Lone Star fans, the original 911 fans that tuned in to watch us and started to love us. We love you right back. It's truly humbling to see people to really admire the work you do, and I kind of have to constantly keep my feet on the ground to just not let it get to my head, because, you know, naturally all that love, you're just like, oh my God, this is so great, we're all doing great, but keeping your feet on the ground and just focusing on the work. And I think that's why, and I think you guys love the show. It's because we're all really just focused on the work and really going out there just to do our best. I'm really impressed this thing's still on, but who cares? So yeah, thank you guys. You guys are the best friends. Best friends. You guys are also best friends. You guys are all, you guys are the best fans in the world, and I really thank you. Thank you. And I hope everyone's safe. I hope everyone is, you know, being considerate of each other, staying at home. And if you have to go outside of the house, because, you know, naturally we kind of have to get food and to survive, really make sure to protect yourself, not only for yourself, but for the other person, the person next to you. You know, the selflessness that comes with this entire quarantine, right, is just do things for yourself, but also for the other person. And I think that's something that I'm learning a lot too. And it's very nice. Okay, so I added the raisins into here, okay? I added the raisins. And because this is a cold dish, I'm going to have to put this in the fridge, but I'm going to explain what happens after you take it out of the fridge, okay? So honestly, the dish is kind of done. This is basically it. The next step is basically to just add mayonnaise to it. So it's kind of like an American Brazilianized chicken salad. But not necessarily, because the seasonings are different, you know, the way they make it is different. Or so I think. I never made an American, American, whatchamacallit, chicken salad. I'm gonna lower this thing. So, yeah, this is basically it. I'm just gonna have to. Usually you put it in a fancy, not that fancy, but fancy like, tigela. People that know English. Tigela. How do you say tigela? Tigela. No one? Tigela? Freaking, this. What is this called? What is this called? Freaking, I don't know. I forget, man. It's all getting confused now. Anyway, tigela. Look it up. Tigela. Apparently it's currently testing. Okay. Well, a bowl. Yes, a bowl. If you have a bowl. That's not the word that I was looking for, but thank you. I appreciate it. Okay. So what I do is I take a spoon and I take the mayonnaise and I put it right into the pot. Oh my God, I am shaming all of Brazilians that are watching this. They're like, dude, that's not how you make the dish. It is. In here, in this house, it is. And then you add as much mayonnaise as you would like. Because ain't nobody here to tell you otherwise. I love mayonnaise. It is a default of mine. I love it. So now I'm gonna add more mayonnaise. You're so happy. And then what you do is take scallions. I love scallions. They have this natural salty flavor and crunchy. And I just put it in. And as you're mixing the thing, some people like to let the chicken cool off first in the fridge before adding the mayonnaise. Yeah, some people like to do that. I break rules. I still don't know how you guys are still tuned into this. I thank you for tuning in. Okay, mayonnaise, baby. All right, I have a cousin. I'm gonna call her out. People from Brazil, do you guys? She eats. I love her. She's one of my great best friends. She eats pão de queijo, the cheese rolls that I made before, with mayonnaise. Do you guys eat that? Do you guys eat pão de queijo with mayonnaise? Yeah, no? Nobody? 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 Yes? Yeah? No? Okay. I don't know, maybe the all right. Thank you, American music. We're gonna go into Brazilian music now, because I have requests. Anybody know this one? I feel like this is the anthem. Tô escorada na mesa, confesso que eu quase caí da cadeira. E esse garçom não me ajuda, já trouxe a 20ª saideira. Okay. Mayonnaise. See this? Looks yummy. It's yummy. Sabe que eu sou viciada e bebo dobrado vindo no modão. A primeira música Terceira música. Lembrando da gente fazendo. And you know what? Just for fun, we're gonna add another spoon of mayonnaise. Anybody here to tell me no? I don't think so. Garçom, toca o DVD, que essa moda me faz sofrer e o coração não aguenta. Desse jeito você me desmonta, cada dose cai na conta e os 10% aumenta. Garçom, toca o DVD. Não é toca não, é troca o DVD. Desculpa, troca. Desse jeito. Welcome to Brazilian music. Cento aumenta, esse me arrebenta. And then you dance a little bit. You just dance by yourself because you know what? F it. I love dancing. Do you guys like dancing? Yes, dancing? No dancing? I love dancing. Doesn't matter if you're good or bad at it. It's nobody's business to judge it. Sabe? Só dança. Deixa o corpo extravasar. Garçom, toca o DVD, que essa hora me faz sofrer e o coração não aguenta. Okay. Guys, this is what's happening. So technically, the dish is already done. So the last step was to just add the mayonnaise, right? And I added the mayonnaise. What you do after is you take this, put it into a nicer bowl, and then you put it in the fridge. What happens, the fridge will cool it off, and it becomes the dish that it's supposed to. Now, the last step, now I'm not gonna put it in the fridge because I can't believe we're still going. The last step is to add the batata palha, which Brazilian like potatoes, like chips, but whatchamacallit? But since we don't have that, we're making more of a worldly dish. We're gonna add ruffles, okay? And what you do is you need to smack the hell out of this thing, you know? Here, let me grab a. Thank you guys so much for like keeping up with me. I probably did not explain this thing so well, but you know, we're here to have fun. We're here to share some positive vibes and have fun. Here, I mean, no. I like this one. Oh, moda. Yeah. This one's good. Here. I'm like, coisa aqui. Okay. So you just take, okay, where is my life? I'm right here. Okay. Take this. Take a couple potatoes. Alright. In a Ziploc bag. Batata palha is crunched up and smashed. Okay? So what you do is you just literally take your fist, put it in here, and just smash it. Like this. See? Becomes this thing right here. And even though this dish is served cold, I'm gonna eat it right now. Just to show you this is not false advertisement. That I eat the food that I make. Because I love it. And so, here. You put it. Come on, you gotta create a scenery here. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. Alright. Okie dokie. See this? This is what the dish is supposed to look like. Alright? It's very simple. Alright? It's very simple to make. I decided to make this dish because it is simple and because I thought there are some people at home not working right now, but there are people that are currently working, and they're working a lot. And right now, for some people, time is kind of a privilege, right? Because they're so busy. They come home, they're tired, especially first responders, especially everyone that I mentioned before, truck drivers, delivery, men and women, people that are out there working right now. Some people just don't have the time to cook really fast, or I don't know. I guess this is my little contribution to just share a little thing that I thought would be helpful for those who don't have a lot of time to cook. This is simple, and maybe they could make it, or or not. Anyway, it was just fun sharing all of this with you. All right. To show you that it's not false advertisement, tem que provar esse negócio aqui, pô. Aceito esse emprego de cobaia. Ok. Quem tá pronto? Listo. Estamos listo. All right, let's see if it's good. All right. Guys, it's good. It's good. I like this. Does anybody want some? Come over. Put out a huge table out there. We can all eat together. 6 feet apart. Social distancing. All right. Guys, just wanted to thank you for joining me into this silly thing. I think just because I'm done with the dish, because I'm actually hungry, just want to say just some final words. First of all, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for logging in, just being interested and sharing your time. Really appreciate it. I think something that quarantine obligated me to do is face certain facts about myself that I thought I had resolved, certain traits, perhaps habits that I had before. They're not necessarily bad, but they just exist. And pre-quarantine, I did things that I unknowingly did to find some happiness that distracted me from facing those things, right? From facing those habits. And I would never face them because I would just naturally, innocently, just try to find happiness wherever I was. And what quarantine did for me is just cut that umbilical cord and that outlet to do something in order to be happy rather than be happy, and not do something in order to get a result. Also, expecting results, something having to learn to detach. I think one way that I've been learning to really just gain some groundedness throughout all of this is just being grateful for everything that I have and where I am. Having a family, health, roof over my head, food. And I think through that motion of gratitude, you're forced to really just look outside, literally just look around you and you notice that I have so much. And it's up to me to decide that I want to be happy, but also it's up to me to realize that other people don't have it. So how can, in this time, be selfless? Be less of the things, of the bad habits that I practice. And I have found this, if anything sounds familiar to you, join me in this quest. If it doesn't, feel free to ask questions, I guess. But I think if we practice a lot of selflessness right now, I think it would make just a little bit of a difference. And it would just change the energy. There's so many people that just want to take, especially with quarantine, right? We've been cut off from a lot of things that bring us joy. So naturally, well, I'll speak for myself. Naturally, I was like, wait, but I got to hold on to the things that I have. But what if you give instead of holding on to the things you already have? You give more. You give even more. Kindness, gentleness, openness. And I think it'd be, I think it would just change people's mentality, because the change is not out there. The change is in here, right? So with a lot of love and a lot of gratitude, I say thank you guys so much for, somebody said, don't forget to drink water. I don't, thank you. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for dedicating your time. I really appreciate it. I'm going to save this live. And I hope you guys enjoy this. Beijos, kisses, besitos, muchas gracias, mucho obrigado. Thank you. Take care, guys.